Several days and nights of protests in and around downtown Los Angeles have gripped the country and the world. Seeking refuge from this present protest 2 blocks away is LA resident Carina Lexington, a nurse who helps treat cancer patients, who says she supports the U.S. government removing violent criminals, but not honest working-class immigrants.
Look, nobody is against getting rid of violent criminals that make our world less safe, but that's not what they're doing. They're going into where people are working, where people are trying to make a life for themselves. We're a nation of immigrants.
What do you think of what's going on here?
I think that we are seeing an abuse of power. I think that we are seeing use of power that isn't correct or authorized or, supported by the people.
She says she's particularly concerned that U.S. federal officials didn't bother to inform local leaders in Los Angeles and California about the immigration raids, or that the U.S. president would call in the National Guard and U.S. Marines to be here.
They didn't tell us anything about, whether they were coming. They didn't talk with the mayor. They didn't talk with the governor about this. They just showed up and started raiding people. And that feels like an invasion. That feels like an occupation. And also, the public knows, when you start sending the military against your own people, firstly, there's the National Guard, which, nobody here asked for. And now, apparently, they're sending the Marines. You're turning this against us, the citizens. This is the first step in having martial law, and we know it. And that is why we're here, and that is why we're vocalizing so forcefully, because we don't want this to go any further.
We saw more images like this. We heard about Border Patrol agents who were being the target of rocks. These illegal criminals were throwing rocks at our Border Patrol and ICE agents, and so the president made the decision to federalize California's National Guard.
When you tear parents and children apart, and when you run armored caravans through our streets, you're not trying to keep anyone safe. You're trying to cause fear and panic. And when you start deploying federalized troops on the heels of these raids, it is a drastic and chaotic escalation and completely unnecessary.